The New York City Police Department is beta testing, or as I like to call it, master beta testing, Google Glass. Yeah, master beta. I've used that joke like 1,000 times on Twitter. It doesn't get any retweets. Yeah, the NYPD's massive and controversial intelligence analytics unit is evaluating whether Google Glass is a good fit for investigating terrorists and helping cops make arrests. We've got a quote from a New York City law enforcement official. We signed up, got a few pairs of the Google Glasses, and we're trying them out, seeing if they have any value in investigations, mostly for patrol purposes. We're looking at them, you know, seeing how they work. I think the best part of that is he calls them the Google Glasses, which is like talking about the Facebook and the Twitter and the kids and all that stuff. Wireless facial recognition software. It could help match suspects' name and faces to information contained in databases that law enforcement agencies use. And it could help eliminate the time-consuming handwritten or typed reports by enabling video recording and dictation for digital reports. We've talked a lot about Google Glass here. I truly believe if this thing takes off the way it sounds like it will, it's going to fundamentally change how we react to each other and pretty much every interaction that humans have.
Why?
Because we're all going to be constantly, you guys are already wearing glasses, and once they can put the chip in there and I won't even know whether you're recording me or what you're looking at you can see everything you need to know about me at the same time, and you can record me, and you know all the sex stuff which we've been talking about.
I talked about this the other week on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I got so many responses on Twitter. Have you guys seen this amazing UK show called Black Mirror?
No.
First of all, it's so good. Let me tell everybody on YouTube, you need to check this out. It's so good. There's only 6 episodes, so you'll be really disappointed if you download them all and batch watch them because they're amazing. But it's this very dystopian, very cool kind of futuristic show. And one of the episodes is about a future not too far in the future. That's why the show's so brilliant. They make technology, they integrate it seamlessly, where everybody has what they call the grain implanted behind their ear, and they can recall everything they ever did in their lives. It's basically just their memories on a hard drive, and so they can use a little remote and they can rewatch the past. And they do such a beautiful job of showing how it does fundamentally change the way that people interact with each other, what people do for fun, how levels of trust are built between people. And I think that's why this is such an interesting and important story for the NYPD, because coming out of the huge stop and frisk controversy, with de Blasio basically putting the kibosh on that, and moving forward into this new area where we're seeing in LA that they're trying out these lapel cams, which I think is such a brilliant step forward for civil liberties. Let's make sure that we're always recording what the police are doing, so long as we can have access to those videos. I think that is going to be very important for the civil rights and civil liberties of people that they are putting into custody, of people that they are questioning. I think that this could actually be good for the person on the other side of the badge.
So she spun it positively, as opposed to just the cops watching us all the time, which I think none of us want. Isn't this going to be a combo of like Minority Report and Total Recall? I'm on a movie binge, man, go!
I don't know, man. First of all, if we get to the point where you could put them in designer glasses, and by designer glasses I just mean the glasses that people would choose to wear.
They've started to do
yeah,
that.
It's already.
Also, you can get your prescription lenses in them now, which is pretty cool.
Because as long as people had to wear what they appear now, there's no chance of it happening.
Yeah.
It's just, that's not.
They've started looking better.
Right.
Imagine just your glasses with a little thing stuck on it right there. That's pretty much all it is.
Well, I mean, from an investigative tool for police wearing them, to me, my initial reaction, and I was slow on the NSA, so maybe I'm slow on this. I mean, I came around on the NSA, so have me back on in 9 months.
Have you back to retract
the NYPD Police Department I can't believe what they did.
I like this. You issue apologies for half the things you say before you say them, and now you're issuing a pre-retraction also. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, in a year, I'm going to be like, I'm traveling to Uzbekistan. It's a great place.
I'm
going to go to the beach if there is one.
Well, really, I mean, cop cars have dash cams.
Right, totally.
Right, and the purpose of those dash cams is to help us.
Right.
The dash cams are there so that the cops can't beat the shit out of us. You know, as Chappelle said, sprinkle some crack on him and run off, right? So I think that this is actually really important.
But to be able to quickly get the information mobily that, you know, download guys prior, I mean, you know, anything that makes police work, you know, again, that most of this seems like progress. The only part that doesn't is, are people being spied on without them knowing.
Final thought on this, forgetting the legislation and the legal stuff, forgetting that side, just the human part of it. I was at Home Depot this weekend and I bought something at the self-checkout aisle, and now at the self-checkout aisle they have a camera on you the entire time with all these warnings, you're being recorded and da-da-da. And I was thinking, there is this moment of like, did I do something wrong? Did I steal something? I didn't steal anything. I was buying a freaking big box. Couldn't have stolen it even if I wanted to.
But enough people have stolen things that they had to put that in place.
Okay, so I understand why they do it, but there was this moment where I'm looking at this camera. Oh, it was showing me a monitor recording me, so I could watch it record myself. And I thought for a moment, this is the future. We are constantly going to. So just what do you guys think about just the human side of it? Forget the law part. Just the idea that that is going to just exist.
I think there's a trade-off. I think when it comes to privacy, it's about privacy and convenience, and you can almost never have both at the same time. The more that we give up our privacy, oftentimes the more we have these conveniences. It's the same reason that there's a camera on the ATM, and I feel safer knowing that there's a camera on my ATM than unsafe.
I was in Europe last spring, really for the first time in forever. And you know, there are cameras everywhere, everywhere. I mean, it's at every corner. You look up, and if your point is to see the cameras in Europe, you're stunned at how many cameras there are. Yeah. So they've been living with that for a while. And of course, when those, you know, I still think of those cameras as recording video the way it would have in 1988. You know,
like with tape.
It's great.
Like there's a guy.
But I mean, it's grainy, and like only in 24 can they be like, just zoom in on that, make that clear, and they're like, you know, it looks like this, and then all of a sudden, like, holy shit, it's Sarah Santa Maria. She did it. You know, I knew it. I never trusted her. So like, but of course, it's already everywhere. I mean, you know, it's not hard to trace people's actions just if they're out in many neighborhoods. And that's what I get back to, is that nonsense. Like we've almost, I guess it's not too late, but we've blown an opportunity to be talking about it before we're reacting to it, before we've got a government that says, you're going to take this away from us? Do you know why we haven't been attacked in 5 years? Because we've been doing this. Yeah. And then we're like, oh, well, I don't want to be attacked.
Yeah, and that's the real difficulty, because there is a lot of kind of clandestine stuff happening. It's hard for us as the citizens to know exactly where we're being protected and where we're being abused. And I think it's a really fine line, and it's a line that we're going to be walking the rest of our lives, and it's something that we have to be really aware of and be engaged in the political process so that we can make sure that that fine line stays where it is.
What is very clear is we can't just trust them. We can't solely trust them. So I get it. They're going to do it. I want them to do it. I want them to do a lot of protecting. But
to a point.
Well, they can't just decide on their own. I don't not trust these guys instinctively the way some do. Like most people working at the NSA.
You don't have an arsenal, is what you're saying.
But what I mean, the NSA, they're trying. They want to keep us safe. They're not like, we got these new toys and this money. But some of them are. But either it's irrelevant to me what's in their head. What's necessary is to have an independent judicial panel with real independence and real teeth go, no, you can't do that when you have no evidence to do that one.
And
that's all.
Until we have that, all we can do is think about it and talk about it, and there you go.